I am Sinanda. Today is a historic time. By today, I do not mean this date. I mean this week or month or moment. You are involved in a project which has been unfolding for thousands of years. Many have asked, but we are just a small planet out here in the Milky Way galaxy. There are trillions of others. What makes us so special that the whole universe is paying attention? This is a good question. It is true we are a small part of the whole in terms of size, but this is not an important measure in cosmic terms. I will tell you why. All the multiverse is connected. All is one. Therefore, anything that happens anywhere, in any dimensions, along any timeline, has a ripple effect on all other beings and events, and can change the trajectory of a timeline for other beings and planet as well. We are so interconnected that a decision made on Sagittarius has mental power on Earth, and so on. The reason Earth is so important at this moment on this timeline is manifold. I will try to give you an idea of the variables which are so important. Earth-dwelling humans are known for their combination of mind and emotions, which give great power to their ability to create. You are learning about manifesting what you want, and the application of the universal law that nothing can be created or destroyed, but only transmuted. You, as the I am present, God, have the power to change everything you touch, everything you think about, with the power of your minds, as God has. You have been like toddlers playing in the fire. You have no idea of the effect of your action on your planet and the conscious being around you. Now the veil which has kept you from seeing your past and your place in the universe is lifting for most of you. You are beginning to notice that your knowledge of the world around you is expanding. You may feel yourselves becoming more telepathic, more aware in every way. This is helping you to restore you connection to yourself as the sacred being you are, to your higher self, and to us. Yes, you are sacred beings because you were created by God. Everyone around you is sacred too. Your planet, your flora and fauna, even the rocks and soil under your feet are all sacred forms of life, a part of the whole formed by the Godhead. You are the creation made in the image of Mother Father God, as the ancient teachings tell you. This is not what whimsical description. It is truth. The sum total of all beings on earth is God. Every part of that whole is God. I am God, and so are you. Has been decreed throughout the millennia that you would one day rise to fulfill this promise of creative power in love and light, for that is God. You have been tested intensively because the training to become a God in action is a serious responsibility. This is why the Earth Project was designed. It was to be the proving ground for soul. Nothing is more important in the training of a soul than to learn to fully accept and acknowledge the power of one's ability to create, and therefore the importance of learning to be in a full command of that power. There must be no lapses, no forgetfulness, no denial of the nature of that power to uplift or destroy in the blink of an eye. This lesson is indeed a difficult one. It takes hundreds of lifetimes to truly absorb the deeper meaning of how one's actions are felt by others. This has been your path to learn to experience all kinds of lifetimes and to internalize the truth of your nature and your responsibility to use your power judiciously and only for the greater good. You will know if you are well prepared for the higher dimensions when you carefully examine your response to the words you are reading here. Are you disbelieving? Are you scoffing at the idea that you have great power, listing in your mind all the seeming evidence of your own powerlessness and helplessness to have an impact on your own life? You are showing yourself, beloved one, that you have not learned the lesson of one. You are not seeing, therefore you cannot see the evidence that is before you. The remedy to this common ailment, human blindness, is to breathe in the air of source. Feel your own life force coursing through your veins and shake off the fogginess of sleep. It is time for you to awaken your heart mind, for it is the source of wisdom, vision, and truth. You have been trained to think only with your brains, even to ignore the voice of your heart mind in favor of playing with ideas inside your skull. This is blindness. Those ideas inside your brain were put there by someone in your environment, in your culture, or your religion, or your family. Many were put there by the cabal to control and enslave you. They are not your own at this time in your development, and given that you have these new lessons to help you make this transition, it is willful blindness to rely on your brain ideas to guide your life decisions. Look inward, dear ones, to activate and energize the source which is within you. These bodies you have been given for this journey are the expressions in the flesh of God's wisdom, compassion, and love. You do feel pain. It is the corrective response which stop you in your tracks to alert you that you must protect your sacred self. You feel great joy, exhilaration, and fulfillment when you move into the light. You are capable of great love, and when you allow that blessed emotion to guide you every moment, you will feel the bliss of being one with me and with our Creator. No external difficulty or challenge can break the bond once you have taken it as your own. You have free will. You can turn your back on the dawning wonder of ascension. You can clutch your belongings and the ideas and concepts you were taught, holding on to the past because it is supposed to be all you know. Yes, in your brain, it may be all you know, but in your body, in your heart, in the chakras, which make up your complex system of responses to this lifetime, you carry the wisdom of the ages. Open your mind, the eternal knowing which transcends this present brain, and allow the flow of light and love to wash over you. The source of all that is love. You only need to allow yourself to open to it, and it will soothe and heal your sore heart, and mend the body which has been so damaged by the toxins of a life steeped in darkness. Many of you are aware of the healing sessions which we have asked our channel, Catherine, to conduct through the internet. Many have come to be healed, and many more have offered to join in the offering of healing energy to heal their brothers and sisters. Look, beloved one, just look at the numbers since you enjoy statistics so much. There are nearly 2 healers for every healing request. Every day, someone contacts Catherine to say, "Put me down further on the list so you can attend to someone else's needs. I am feeling better." You see, day by day, we are proving the power of intention. If your intention is to heal and be healed, it will be done. In the process, you have proven to the doubters that humankind is indeed a generous and caring race. Our team of healers includes Mother, Father God, Saint Germain, Archangel Michael, and Raphael, Mother Mary, the blessed team of Arcturian healers, and I, Sinanda. Many others from higher dimensions come to assist each individual, including of course their higher self. Catherine serves as one of the healers and also the narrator who describes the healing process and the importance of the mental heart-mind connection which make the healing possible. We focus on one individual at a time, but as that person is being healed, others listening who may have symptoms are also receiving the powerful energies. In this way, the healers as well as the patients are being healed. We have recorded the healings on blogtalkradio.com channel panel for all the world to listen, learn, and be healed along with us. We recommend especially the last 3 sessions in which Catherine explains the effect of emotion on the body. They were held on August 8, 9, and 13, 2013. It is our hope that doctors of all modalities and those who are healers will come to expand their knowledge and skills. We will change the world, one healing at a time. At the same time, we are demonstrating that there is really no such thing as one healing, because as each healing takes place, the sickness that individual carried loses its power, and others learn to shake off the ideas and feelings which serve to feed and maintain the illness they have been carrying. The Arcturians, for those who are not familiar with this name, are highly evolved and extremely skilled group of beings from the planet Arcturus who have studied humankind closely. They have been fascinated with the heart-mind organization in the species of humans and have worked hard to understand the complex interaction between emotion and thinking. They have developed very advanced and effective technologies to eliminate disease and to balance all the systems of the body. They're completely dedicated to their work, and they give themselves wholeheartedly in service. We work in cooperation with them, directing the healing energies of love and light to increase the healing and to seal it in place. Each one who receives a healing or who listens to it being done will feel the powerful effect of our combined energies on all the systems of the body. Our numbers are growing. As each person joins the group, the power of one increases, giving us access to an increasing flow of light, which we then focus to activate the healing. A large part of this process is to stimulate and awaken the powerful human immune system, which has been asleep and suppressed by the owners of these bodies who are entirely unaware of their own abilities to heal themselves. This, of course, has been a part of the control mechanism of dark hats. The medical establishment has unwittingly played into this by encouraging people to think they are at the mercy of illness and disease and need a professional to do something external to themselves to cure them. As we have emphasized on the call, no one can cure you but yourself. We can guide, support, and focus the energy needed to change the body from disease to health, but without the conscious awareness and cooperation of the one being healed, it will not take. You can restore the feelings of sickness and helplessness and can defeat the healing process if you are not aware of this tendency in yourself to slide back into a state of darkness. Healing requires that you are raised your vibration into the fifth dimension. Ascended masters, god and goddesses, angels, and enlightened beings of all kinds do not get sick because they are vibrating at a level which does not allow for any foreign influence to enter the light body. You can do the same. You know me as the one who went out among the people to heal. I am that same person, the one you knew as Jesus. I am now able to teach through the wide reach of the internet and through Catherine's narration, the healing principles which made my healing efforts so effective in my days on earth. I invite all to join us in this historic process. Our intention is to heal all of humankind immediately. The energies have risen on the planet to allow a higher level of conscious awareness and a complete communication through the golden Christ grid around the planet, which now connects us all. There is no limit to the number of people who can listen to the programs through their computers, and the knowledge which is presented here can be carried to every corner of the planet. You can listen to the programs and join in without announcing yourself. You will be counted by the Blog Talk Radio website. Or you can go to www.whoneedslight.org and sign up to be included in mailings and updates to alert you when our sessions are being held. Please do not send 10,000 personal email questions asking Catherine how to do this. The instructions, schedules, and explanation are there for you to read and explore. I am not able to help her answer them all. We varied the days and times to accommodate people in all countries and time zones, although as yet we have only the English version of the programs. Translation of these messages are now being done in the most of the major languages of the world. I only ask that all translators ask for my individual approval. I will work with each translator I have personally approved to ensure the accuracy of meaning and intent of each message so that all can enjoy being a member of the community of souls in service to the greater good. Now this brings me to the question of false divisions which have been created by the rigid practice of dogma as it is passed down by individuals over the ages. They have often misinterpreted and changed the teachings of enlightened ones whose words are originally intended to illuminate and expand the hearts and minds of their followers. This is the difficulty we have always seen in giving written teachings to humankind. Words that were intended to uplift in a given situation, in a given time and place, become over time hardened into a set of rules which suffocate and oppress all. The example of the teaching of Muhammad, the great prophet, are another example of this tendency. His words have been taken as permanent law. This was not his intention. In his Earth incarnation, he had no idea of the power his words could carry centuries later. Every nuance, every suggestion has been taken as the final word. This was not his intention, nor was it the spirit of his work here. Muhammad came to earth at a time of terrible oppression and abuse. It was his wish to begin to free his followers from the suffocating practices of this time. Chief among these were the abuse of women and the lack of attention of the spiritual practice. It was not his intention to institutionalize practices which would denigrate or disenfranchise women. In his day, the idea that women could have at least half the value of men in legal terms was tremendous leap, but it was not intended to be the end of progress. By freezing his teachings in time, the Dark Ones have used his words to oppress and destroy as many of the Christian teachings about the devil and sin have been used. Muhammad was the human incarnation of my beloved brother, the Master Lord El Moria. His incarnation was fully overlighted by me and by others of the Legions of the Light. Like me, he did not see himself as the exclusive messenger of God, and he did not wish to be worshipped. He is as dismayed as I was to see his words used to foment hatred, divisiveness, and war against the followers of his brother Jesus or any other masters. We are one in our wish to bring change, to open hearts and minds to the new scriptures, which are the work of all, channeled through my voice to the entire world. My dear brother Muhammad is here working with me, and he to approve the message of love and light we present to you now. The great success of Muhammad and Moria's teachings was his ability to refocus the attention of the people to include spiritual practices into their daily lives. The institution of the ritual of prayer 5 times a day broke the materialistic, self-centered focus of the people of the time and helped to raise their consciousness in preparation for the events we were experiencing now. Muslims who fully understand the expansiveness and the message of love which Muhammad intended to express will find no conflict in the words you read here. The same is true for all Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, Confucian, and pagan followers. We who are at one with the Godhead are one in our hearts as well. We all wish the same thing, the successful and glorious ascension of humankind together. As you can see if you have read these messages well, we are not specifying any particular rules, practices, or custom, religion, to reach the intended goal of ascension. The time for those time and culture-specific practices is past. We are now a global community and we need an open and inclusive approach to lifting our vibration to achieve the goal of peace for every being on earth, regardless of what religious affiliation they may have adopted or even what species they may be. All are welcome, all are included. There are no exceptions, there are no exclusions. All souls must be enfolded into the family of one as the sacred being they are. I send you love and light, the adoration of your creators, and the hope of all masters in heaven when I say to you, awaken, dear ones, and take your places as the Creator race, the promise of all goodness in the image of your Creator. I am Tinanda, the one you knew as Jesus.